Hey everybody, Indie Dad Gamer here. Today, this episode is all about stair cheese. What's that? Well, it's when you stand on the stairs and kill the mobs that are standing below you one at a time so they can't surround you. Yeah, it's cheesy. And yeah, it involves the stairs. Hence, stair cheese. But before we get to that, off camera I ran up to the stilt to turn in some books, and on the way back down I found this random village. Let's check it out. Oh, a village. Okay. Just when you think you can just run and do something, the game throws you a curveball. Gonna run around real quick here. They have a lot of bookshelves. We're gonna take a look at those. You can find random recipes sometimes just by looking at bookshelves. One time I found a Schrodinger's page, unspecified, and it was a village just like in the random wherever. So I just stole it and ran away and never came back, but got myself a nice Schrodinger's page. So that's why you look. You never know. However, nothing here. Let's talk to their legendary Dawn Glider. Do you have anything to do? No. And do you have anything to trade? No. Thanks for being here, though. The Viceroy. What's your deal? Loved by the villagers and birds. I don't want to be your friend, but if you have a job, I can try it. The Kauri anchor spikes. Okay. I can do that. I love to find things for spiders. It's my specialty. And you've got nothing. Now, there is stairs up. That means there's a platform here. Sometimes you'll find people up here, but not today. Okay. So there we go. There's our village. I'm just going to eat here because oftentimes when you eat in the desert, you end up getting quills, and I don't want quills. It's annoying. So we did the theater. And then those are the ruins that we're supposed to go to for this quest. Should we run up and do it real quick? I think so. It seems pretty easy. I don't think these are the ruins we were looking for. They're not. Alright, so we got some Dawn Gliders here. Nothing we can't handle. Okay, good. So we got this rapidly advancing, our genome has entered an excited state. So I think triple jointed is the one that we need to boost a little bit because we're really trying to get that up. But I don't want to sacrifice a whole bunch of points on it when I still need them for other things. Man, this guy won't stop setting me on fire, dude. Yeesh. Luckily we can handle it. Okay, so there we go. And then this is where we're supposed to be. And then there are becoming nooks here. Oh, good. I need to do a little more Truekin run experience. I don't do a lot of Truekin. Mutant is really where I enjoy the game the most. But I've had a couple of pretty good Truekin runs over the time that I've played. Okay, so we turn this in. We could either get a small sphere of negative weight, which is pretty nice. A symbiotic firefly, which is, I mean, it's a light source, but insects will probably stop attacking us. But they're also a big source of HP, so or XP, so I don't know if we really want to do that. And then the security cards are just money. Honestly, the sphere of negative weight would be nice, because we want to carry stuff, and having that makes it easier. Hey, nice, a sphere of negative weight. Love those. Okay, so here's the bad news. I had another technical difficulty. Hey, I'm doing this on a 10-year-old Mac, and the hamster that's running it, he gets tired. He needs to take a break. So unfortunately, I did lose a little bit at the beginning of this dungeon, but once I realized what was happening, I backed it up a little bit. So we were just going to pick it up from here and pretend nothing bad ever happened, right? What you missed was that we found some lore. There was a Reshef statue here. Found a whole bunch of books, so you can see in our inventory we have a nice stack of books that we can turn in. We can either do that now or hold on to them for later in the game when we don't have quite as many options to level up. And then, yeah, I killed everything on the surface level here. This is mostly slimes, slug snouts, other pigs, and some insects. So it's pretty easy, and I've been rolling through floors. I did the first floor. As you can see, there's just carnage. Did the second floor, bookshelves everywhere. And I think I've looted all of those. And this slug snout actually followed me back out. Once the recording crashed, I ran back out and started from the front, just so you can see the layout here. There's a normality vent down here, but that doesn't really hurt us all that much unless we're trying to use some of our mental powers. But here we go. We are on level 3 now of the Amrimu Arboretum. And let's see what we find. So far, once again, it hasn't been that difficult, and it's been mostly books. But there are the slug snouts running around. Luckily, they're not very high level to us anymore. So, we're just kind of crushing them. Oh, there you go. That was not a slug snout. That was actually a fire snout. So now we have to look out for those, too. Well, guess what? I'm kind of a fire snout, too. Oh, yeah. Glow moths, too. Easy at this point, but they can be sneaky because they can shoot you from off camera. Most of the danger in this game comes from the narrow field of view, and in fact, if you take the power of clairvoyance and level it up to 15 and use it, it reveals the entire map for each floor, and I think it kind of breaks the game because it eliminates a lot of the difficulty of surprise, because you can plan ahead, you can be more strategic in how you approach floors, and quite honestly, it takes a lot of the fun out of the game, in some ways. But it adds a lot of fun into the game in other ways, because for instance, if you have some other mental abilities, you can pop people's skulls from across the menu. That's kind of fun. Not the menu, the map. Yeah, so it has its advantages and disadvantages, but honestly, it makes the game so much easier, because you can just know where everything is, you can stay out of trouble. Something is shooting at me. Let's go up a floor here. I'm gonna wait like 10, and then go back down. Did anything show up? Okay. Piggies. Once again, low-level mobs in this place. Makes sense, because we are in the desert, and we're pretty high level for this at this point. This situation here might get a little weird, but I think we'll be alright. See, there's glow moths. They hide from me. There we go. Another pig shooting at us. Oh, now these clockwork beetles right here, these gold things, they come out of this vent, and there is a limit to how many come out, but they can mob you. They're kind of annoying, and I believe they have the swarm ability, which makes them more powerful the more there are. So we're gonna back up and do this a little more cautiously, because as you can see, we're taking some hits here. I'd like to say we would have breezed through this dungeon, but you know, we only have an AV of 9. That's good, but not great. We're not quite where we need to be to just charge in and take these guys out. It says they're easy, but once again, they can swarm you. So we're just gonna go step by step here. Do a little more stair cheese. Maybe that's the end of them? Seems to be. Good. Someone just stepped on something over there. Another nano pneumatic jackhammer. I'll go ahead and take it for now. They're worth some money, but they're heavy. I've never used one playing this game. I assume you can dig with them and also use them as a weapon, but I've never done that. These guys are just numerous, is the problem. Of course, time for some more stair cheese. After you kill one, if you wait a turn, it'll keep you from doing what I just did and going downstairs and getting attacked by a group at once. But they can't attack you on that moment that you wait. But sometimes it's worth it to take one hit instead of several, though they are not really penetrating my armor all that badly. Only when they're mobbing me. A couple more here. Is that it? Now see this here, that's brackish oil. Is any of this good oil? Brackish oil. There we go. Clean oil is good because if you, some creatures, robots and stuff use it as the ritual instead of water. So if you're trying to farm reputation, it can be good to carry some oil around with you in the game, especially if you're really trying to make the game easier by garnering favor with the robots, who can be the hardest, some of the hardest enemies in the game, if not the hardest. But yeah, you can avoid a lot of that by becoming friends with robots, and there's a couple different ways to do that throughout the game, some easier than others, but there's one way that you can almost always count on if you're really just trying to smooth that part of the game over. However, it can be fun to go robot hunting sometimes too. They're very challenging. Alright, more books. Books and spiders. Oh, look at this. We have a mutation point and an attribute point, probably skill points. Indie Dad Gamer, famous for not using those. Let's do Flaming Ray. Attribute point. Let's do Strength. It's almost never a bad choice. Alright, and then what do we want here? It might be time to take Swipe, because we are going to start encountering more of the turrets throughout the game. And also, let's take Rivers and Lakes lore, because we'll be kicking around those a little bit. And then what did I want to do here? That made me think of something. So we did... Oh, I wanted to check our stance here. We want to be in our dueling stance if we're not. There we go. Now we can swipe. The hookah's got some lore. It'd be fun to do a lore through someday. I'd really have to work on my pronunciations. I can't even say pronunciations. Pronunciations. Oh, it's not going to let me loot because these plants are standing next to me. They can't actually hurt me though. I think they just teleport me. Yeah. Okay. Should be almost done with this floor. Grab more books, always. Thought I got rid of you, but there is still one more. Oh my goodness. Is there another vent? Probably not. And we've hit the book jackpot here. I love it. Alright, this was floor 4. This is probably a 5 floor, possibly 6 floor dungeon. A lot of junk in that room. We are on the stairs if we need to cheese. I'm not above it. It's part of the game. It's a strategy. These games are hard enough as it is, so, you know, don't deny yourself a tool that could be extremely beneficial to your survival. Running away, force bubbles. They seem cheesy, but they're not, because they're in the game for a reason, and that reason is to help you. And I see the chest to the left. That's probably our relic. A lot of empty bookshelves. I mean, I'm not going to complain too much because we found a ton of books. So, okay. Let's go ahead and just bubble up. Start firing indiscriminately at the slugs now. It's like they are to me. I do have another bubble. But right now... Oh, akimbo kill. Love that. I really want to get charge. I know I'm using a sword, but charge is just so nice for closing gaps and keeping on the offensive, which I really like to do. This is a pet peeve of mine where you see an enemy literally a billion miles away and it won't let you auto explore or collect. I know there are times where it's probably saved my life, but I'm still impatient about it. Oh, am I uncomfortable with change? Alright. Carbide battle axe, that's nice. Don't need it, but it's nice. It's worth some money. Okay, ant. That's weird, you're the only ant I've seen in this entire dungeon. Oh, we found our boss. Okay, so we have a salt hopper. Raxenbella Teltopus. Raxenbella Teltopus, legendary salt hopper and leader of the 3rd Shayuhimian clan. I'm going with Shayuhimian. Shayuhimian, yeah. Hated by vines, disliked by the Farmers Guild for cooking them a rancid meal. I can't blame them. Yeah, you're our enemy. I think we're gonna kill you. You don't really give us a whole lot of benefit, but whatever. You're not gonna hurt us for killing you either. Alright, that's done. Very good. Gonna come over here and see what spoils we got. It's 1 pound. It's either going to be one of those boxes that creates a mob that are kind of useless, or maybe a nectar injector. Let's see. The Shrewd Ga of Amrimu Arboretum. It is one of the boxes that creates a mob. On activation... Oh no, it's one of the boxes that kills a bunch of members of a faction of your choice. You know, I've never used one of these. We have it in our inventory now. Maybe it's something we'll get a chance to use. Could be fun. Alright, well, we'll take it. If nothing else, it's worth money, as are the cybernetic credit wedges. Oh, found another historic site. Great. Thanks, random chair. Alright, that is the Amrimu Arboretum. Alright, and there ends another episode of Caves of Cud. I'm Indie Dad Gamer. As always, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below and tell me some of your experiences in Cud. You know, it seems like there's always something to do in this game. Every time you're walking around, you get lost, you find a ruin, you go down 20 floors, and next thing you know, you're jumping into a clam and showing up in some other place. And, you know, it's just that kind of game. I love it. It's kind of like a big puzzle game, and you have all these random parts that you get to use to try to puzzle out what to do to stay alive. So yeah, join me for the next episode where we clean up a little bit of the little stuff that we haven't finished and take a look at possibly running over to Ezra, one of the other villages, and setting up base in Ezra. Alright, catch you next time. I'm Indie Dad Gamer.